Here's a new Jax build that pros are currently testing, that might be the new meta for the champion. It consists of running the new Navori Flicker Blade as a second item after Trinity Force. Here is why it's good. The former equivalent of Navori Flicker Blade, Navori Quick Blades, was way too expensive to be rushed as a second item on Jax, as he would end up being way too squishy. It also relied too heavily on building crit chance, because of its second passive that gave damage on abilities scaling with crit chance. On the other end, Navori Flicker Blade gives attack speed instead of AD, which makes more sense, as it synergizes well with its on-attack effect to proc it more often. This way Jax won't lack attack speed because of the removal of lethal tempo. Speaking of the passive, it was slightly buffed compared to Quick Blades, from 12% cooldown reduction to 15% per attack, making it more interesting for champions that rely heavily on it. This is to take with a grain of salt, as the innate 15 ability haste from the item was removed to compensate for it. The removal of the second passive does not hurt Jax at all, because Flicker Blade will often be the only crit item you'll build. The cost going from 3300 to 2600 is absolutely huge, giving Jax a 2-item power spike very early into the game. This item transforms Jax into a very sticky helicopter, as his Q and E cooldowns will appear to be inexistent. Lastly, as if that was not enough, it now gives 7% move speed, to further enhance the stickiness of the helicopter. After the second item, you can just build standard Jax items, but take into account the lack of resistances coming from Navori Flicker Blade.